Welcome to this lesson on how to play the very famous Hebrew tune Hava Nagila. What we have here are various versions ranging from a very simple bass accompaniment to the full tune. Let me just play the full tune along with the track just to get us started. So that is the full tune of Hava Nagila. Let's look at the easy sheet, and there are two versions on here, and it's this one I'm talking about. Okay, come and pick that up, right? We're going to look at the bottom of the page where it says Hava Nagila easy bass version, and this couldn't be much easier, I don't think. You are simply playing the three thickest strings of the guitar. That's the three nearest to you as you look down. So you'll be playing open E, and you'll be playing open A, and you'll be playing open D as well. And simply you will play the note and hold it for 4 beats. Read across the page. As I say, I don't think it could be much easier. Let's just play it along with the track. Wait for the intro. I'm going to start with open E. There we go, open E. And again, open A, open E. Next line's the same, counting fours. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Third line, open E. The first time it's open D. Open D again. And back to open E. Next line's the same. Next line is all open A. Open E all the way through. And end on open A. On the sheet it says use low E string. All strings are open, and it says play strings with your thumb. Well, since the days that I wrote this one out, we tend to use our plectrum now. If you want to play with your thumb, that's absolutely fine. But that's a very simple bass accompaniment, if you like, a bit like a bass guitar part. Let's move up to the top of that same page, and it says Hava Nagila easy version, counting fours. This is a simplified version of a popular Hebrew song. You use the three highest sounding strings on your guitar. So we're going to swap over from playing these three thickest strings, the three nearest to you, the three lowest sounding, to playing these three strings nearest the floor, the highest pitch strings, which are E, which is the first, little E string of course, B string, which is the second, and G string, which is the third. And it says the tune is written in my simple note code. In lines 1 and 2 the notes fall mainly on beats 1 and 2. So you look at the counting on top, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4. So you're playing on 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1. See? And then it says watch out for the fast attacking notes in lines 3 and 4, where you have the da 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 dum, da dum dum dum, and you can see that the four E's, the fourth fret of the E, and the first fret of the E, they've both got little accent marks on top of them. Means you make them stand out. Play the strings a bit harder with your plectrum, and they fall on the count of 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then it says in lines 5 and 6 the notes fall mainly on beats 1 and 3. So when you get to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, so all those 5 E's, and then the next line 7 E, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then it says wait, and you come back to 5 E, and you end on 2 G. And just look up for the counting and you'll see where you are. In any case, I'm going to play it through the track now so you can see how it's mapped out against the full version. So again, wait for the intro. And here we go. Next line's the same. Open E twice, 4 E twice, 5 E twice, 4 E once. Stay on the 4 E for these 2 sharp notes, and then 1 E, and 3 B, back to 4 E. Same again. And now all 5 E. 5 E all the way through this. Now move up to 7 E. And wait for 2 bars. Come back to 5 E. And in on 2 G. So you're using the simple note code. OE is open E string, 4 E is 4th fret of the E string, and so on and so forth. Finger in left hand, it doesn't really matter, I've got to be honest with you. I mean, I tend to use my little finger on the 4th fret just to give me a bit of practice at strengthening that finger up. We often say use it or lose it with this finger, because unless you use this finger, you tend to find that it's very hard to use it if you don't strengthen it. So it's not, you know, it's nice and easy, so it's probably a nice opportunity for you to use your little finger. Having said that, if you find that too difficult, use any finger you like. Make sure you're on the string behind the fret, pressing hard, and I don't think that's too difficult. Just watch out for the different timings. Obviously on that first line it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, like that. On the third line you've got this 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2. Probably nice to keep those fairly short, don't let them ring too long. Da, 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 da. So the counting will be 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, and then a single note in the bar, single note in the bar, same again, and then as I say, when it's all 5 E, it's on beats 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the same when you get to the next line, move up to 7 E, and just end on 5 E, and then 2 G, and those notes are both A, by the way. 5th fret of the E is the note A, and the 2nd fret of the G is an A, an octave below it. And it says underneath that, there is a full version of this tune available in tablature. Ask me for it if you think you might be able to manage it. Okay, well, I'm going to show you how to do that now. Obviously this is a bit more exciting, you can hear the full version of the tune. The first line goes twice with 2 different endings, so it goes like this. First time, come up to the 4th fret of the E and start again. Second time, instead of playing the 4th fret of the E, go down to open E. Fingering is very important here. On the first bar, 4th finger 4th fret, 1st finger 1st fret. If you look at the second bar, you'll see there's a number 1 on top of the big number 4, showing you that I want you to use your 1st finger behind the 4th fret of the E there, and that'll send the little finger up to the 7th fret and the 2nd finger down to the 5th fret. And then in the third bar, the 5th fret of the E, has got a little number 1 by it, so first finger on that, little finger on fret 8, finger 3 on fret 7, back to the 5th fret, and then that last bar, 4, 1, 1, 4, will be fingers 4 and 1. So it's the old adage, 1 finger per fret. So wherever you are in that line, you'll find that you've got fingers available if you set off with the right finger. As I said, the first time ending 4, 1, 1, 4, second time ending 4, 1, 1, 0. And then in the second line you've got these, you'll probably remember these from the easier version, 4, 4, we've got some extra notes, 4, 4, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 3, 3, 3. So same timings, different notes. So accented notes, strong notes. Now that third bar, a little bit harder. In frets it's 3, 1, 0, 3, 3, 5. Obviously you step out position there, put your little finger on fret 5, then bring the little finger down to fret 4 for the... And it's the same ending as the first line, first time through. So all downstrokes, it's absolutely fine. Again. The only time you might want to do an upstroke is when you go, when you play the open E in that third bar. Down, down, up, down, down, down. It's probably nicer to do an upstroke there if you can. But don't worry if you can't. Now it really builds up now on the third line. You've got 2 notes, 4 notes, and then 8 notes. So it really builds up. You've got 5th fret of the E, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got a note on beats 1 and 3. In the second bar you've got a note on all 4 beats. Then you're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now in frets that's 5, 5, 8, 7, 5, 8, 7, 5. Look at the fingers. Finger 1 on fret 5, finger 4 on fret 8, finger 3 on fret 7. And the picking, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Here you definitely want to do some cross picking. It'll make life a lot easier. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now the mistake a lot of people make now is they move up 2 frets and play exactly the same thing. But it's not. It's 7, 7, 10, 8, 7. See, it's a different interval. Same timing, but the gaps aren't the same. 7, 7, 10, 8, 7, 10, 8, 7, 7, 7, 10, 8, 7, 10, 8, 7. So there you're using fingers 1, 4 and 3. Here you're using fingers 1, 4 and 2. See, different. And the finish, same thing an octave apart. 7, 7, 12 on the E. And then open B, open B, open E. Same thing an octave apart. I mean downstrokes are fine there. Little gap. Gap. And this kind of humorous ending that I put on. 0, 0, 0, 8, 7, 5, 4, 5. And very humorous on the end. 0, 1, 0, 3, 1, 0, 2. And a funny little slur up there, slide up. Fret 1 to fret 2 on the D string. And open A. So, you know, the last part is quite tricky and should only be attempted if you've been playing the guitar for a fair amount of time. There are a few chords you might like to try on this, so let's have a quick look at those. Basically, if you look at the easy version of the song, the very easy version, the bass version, every time there's an open A bass, you could play an A minor chord. Every time there's an open E bass, you could play an E7 chord. And every time there is an open D bass, you could play a D minor chord. So that would give you these 3 chords. Let's look at E7, because you actually start on an E7. it's first fret of the G, second fret of the A string, strum all 6 strings. And then A minor is first fret of the B, second fret of the D, second fret of the G, strum only 5 strings, don't strum the bass E string. And D minor, quite a stretchy, awkward chord, first fret of the E, second fret of the G, third fret of the B, strum only 4 strings. Okay, and it will give you this. So that's a very rough idea of it. What I was doing there is I was on the E7, I was playing string number 6 on my plectrum and then strumming the top 3 or 4 strings. That gives me kind of bass, treble, bass, treble, bass, treble, bass, treble in each bar. And then A minor, I play string number 5 of the plectrum, back to the E7. So E7, back to E7. Then when you get these accents, E7 and then D minor, and then pick the strum up, 4, string 4, and E7 again, string 6 again. Da 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 dum, da 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 dum. This is all A minor, string number 5 on the top 4, 3 and 4 strings. And then E7, string number 6. And then single strum, maybe another E7. A minor. Again, you know, this is quite tricky stuff and only to be attempted if you are a fairly experienced guitarist. So there we are, Hava Nagila, excellent tune, and I hope you enjoy playing it.